All right, welcome back to Talk Tickers, the show where we totally dissect earnings calls and see what's really going on. Today, we're going to dive deep into Coinbase's Q4 2024 report. And let me tell you, they knocked it out of the park. We're talking revenue doubling, 2 years of positive adjusted EBITDA, and crazy international growth. Expert speaker, you ready to decode this crypto craziness?
Oh, absolutely. The numbers are impressive, but the really interesting thing is how Coinbase is becoming more than just a place to trade crypto. It's like they're building this huge financial ecosystem.
So let's give our listeners the big picture. Revenue, way more than doubled, like $6.6 billion compared to last year. And they're not just staying afloat, they're making bank.
Yeah.
2 straight years of positive adjusted EBITDA, $1.3 billion this quarter.
And what's behind all this growth? Well, it's not just trading fees anymore. There's subscription and services revenue. Think things like stablecoins, staking, their premium membership. That whole segment jumped 64%, hit $2.3 billion.
Wow. So it's not just about Bitcoin going up or down anymore. They're offering a whole bunch of stuff that people are actually using and paying for. That's a huge shift.
Yeah, exactly. It shows that crypto is becoming more practical. People are using stable coins for real payments, staking their crypto to earn rewards, and they're exploring all that crazy DeFi stuff.
And speaking of reaching new users, their international expansion is on fire. Their international revenue share hit 19% this quarter. Part of that is because they're making it easier for people to pay, and they're adapting their offerings to different parts of the world.
Yeah, they're definitely not content with just being a U.S. company anymore. They're going global and tapping into markets where crypto adoption is just exploding.
Right. It's like they saw the writing on the wall with all the regulatory uncertainty in the U.S. and said, okay, let's diversify, go global. And speaking of regulations, that's a big part of their story this quarter too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Coinbase has always been super vocal about wanting clear crypto regulations, and it seems like their long game is starting to pay off. With more regulatory clarity emerging, they can, roll out new products and services, attract both retail and institutional investors.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. They're almost positioning themselves as the safe option in a space that's often seen as this Wild West. They're playing by the rules, working with regulators, and it seems to be giving them a real edge over the competition.
Right. It's like they're saying, hey, we're the grown-ups here. And that, that resonates with a lot of people, especially those who are kind of new to crypto and maybe a little hesitant about the risks and all that.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into some of their big initiatives.
Yeah.
First up, stablecoins. They're pushing hard with USDC, their own dollar-backed stablecoin. Their goal is to make it the #1 stablecoin out there.
Oh, yeah. This is huge. If they can make USDC the go-to stablecoin, it could be used for everything. Online shopping, cross-border payments. We're talking about potentially disrupting the whole financial system,
And it's not just talk. They're actually integrating USDC payments across their whole platform and offering new features like USDC rewards and stuff.
Yeah, they're creating this whole ecosystem around USDC, which makes it way more attractive for everyday users and businesses to adopt it.
Then there's Base, their developer platform. They're promoting it as the best place to build decentralized applications. Basically, the apps of the future.
It's like they're trying to become the app store of the crypto world, If they can get the top developers to build on Base, it could become this this hub for innovation, and that'll bring in even more users and drive growth for the entire crypto space.
So, stablecoins, developer platform, but they're not stopping there. Coinbase is getting political too, right?
Oh, yeah. They're not shy about it. They're backing pro-crypto super PACs, lobbying for crypto-friendly legislation, and even getting their users to, advocate for their interests.
But get that regulation is key to crypto's future, and they're not just sitting around. They're actively trying to shape the conversation, which is pretty bold for a company in such a relatively new industry.
It's a risky move, but it also shows they're serious about shaping the future of finance. They're not just building a company, they're building a movement. You know what I mean?
Now let's talk trading, because that's still a core part of their business. They're expanding their offerings, including derivatives trading, and they're seeing massive growth in institutional trading volume.
Yeah, it's clear they're catering to both, regular folks and big institutions, providing a full range of services from basic trading to, sophisticated investment products. They're becoming a one-stop shop for all your crypto needs.
And all this is leading to some serious financial strength. Their adjusted EBITDA of $1.3 billion Shows they're not just growing, they're profitable. And they ended the quarter with over $9 billion in cash and cash equivalents.
Wow, that gives them a lot of flexibility, to invest in new stuff, make acquisitions, maybe even buy back some shares. They're in a really strong position financially, which is pretty impressive when you consider how volatile the crypto market has been over the years.
Okay, so we've covered the highlights of their overall performance. Now let's dig a bit deeper into their subscription and services revenue, because that seems to be like the real growth engine right now. We've already touched on stablecoins, staking, and their premium membership, Coinbase One. But let's break down the numbers a bit more.
So their stablecoin revenue actually went down a bit this quarter, like down 9%, mainly because of lower interest rates and more competition in the USDC ecosystem. But it's important to note that the total value of USDC out there, including on Coinbase, actually grew significantly.
So it's not really a sign of weakness, more like a reflection of the changing stablecoin market.
Yeah.
They're still all in on USDC, and they're looking for new ways to integrate it into their offerings.
Exactly. They see stablecoins as a key part of their long-term strategy, and they're not going to just abandon it because of one little dip in revenue.
One thing that really stood out to me was their transparency about how they're handling customer crypto assets, especially with all the accounting rule changes the SEC has made.
Oh, yeah. They've totally embraced those new guidelines, and they've brought back assets on platform as a key metric. It shows they hold a massive $404 billion in crypto and USDC for their customers. It's a huge amount, and it shows they're a trusted custodian in the crypto space.
It's like they're saying, hey, we're not hiding anything. We're being transparent about how we're managing your assets, and we're doing it responsibly. That's really important for building trust, especially after all the scandals we've seen in the crypto world, right?
Yeah, totally. Trust is like everything in crypto, and Coinbase is clearly making an effort to build and maintain that trust with their users.
So overall, a really strong quarter for Coinbase. They're beating expectations on multiple fronts: revenue growth, profitability, user adoption. They're expanding globally, innovating with new products and services, and they're actively trying to shape the regulatory landscape. It's hard not to be impressed.
Yeah, they're not just riding the crypto wave. They're building the surfboard, and they're paddling hard towards a future where crypto is a normal part of the global financial system.
It's a bold vision, and it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. But before we get too carried away, got to remind everyone this is not financial advice. We're just two, crypto enthusiasts sharing our analysis of Coinbase's awesome performance.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Always do your own research and make your own decisions based on your own situation.
All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's have some fun. It's time for our This Is Not Financial Advice segment.
Right.
Where we throw out a crazy but kind of plausible trade idea based on what we've learned.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so given Coinbase's big push for USDC dominance and their ambition to be the go-to platform for building those on-chain apps, how about a long-term bet on a basket of USDC-related DeFi projects built on their base platform?
That's an interesting thought. It's definitely risky, but if Coinbase's vision for crypto actually happens, those USDC-based DeFi projects on Base could be in a really good spot.
Exactly. It's a bet on the convergence of a bunch of key trends.
Yeah.
The growth of stablecoins, the rise of DeFi, and Base becoming a lead in development platform. Of course, do your own research. This is just us thinking out loud. But sometimes those crazy ideas are the ones that pay off big time.
Yeah, it's like investing in those picks and shovels during a gold rush. You're not betting on one specific project, you're betting on the whole infrastructure, right?
Exactly. And speaking of gold rushes, there's a ton of new players jumping into the crypto game, which means more competition for Coinbase. But they seem pretty confident they can stay ahead of the pack.
Yeah, they're definitely not just sitting back and relaxing. They're always innovating, exploring new technologies, and expanding what they offer to keep up with what users want.
They even hinted at some top secret new developments they're working on, new products, partnerships, maybe even acquisitions. They're playing it close to the chest, but it's obvious they've got some big things cooking.
It's like they're saying, we've done a lot, but we're just getting started. And now that regulations are looking better, they've got even more room to, make moves.
One area where they're really pushing the limits is crypto utility. They're not just focused on trading and investment. They want to build tools and services that let people use crypto for everyday stuff.
Yeah, they're betting on a future where you can pay for your coffee with crypto, book a flight, even buy a house. And they're building the stuff to make that happen.
And it's not just about convenience. They see crypto as a way to, like, empower people, give them more control over their money, and make the whole global financial system fairer. That's a pretty ambitious goal, but they seem serious about making it a reality.
It's cool to see a crypto company thinking beyond just profits, you know? They're looking at the long game and they're trying to build something that could actually change the world.
So let's talk about some of the specific regulatory stuff that's happening in the crypto world right now. Coinbase is working directly with policymakers, trying to get laws passed that would provide some much-needed clarity and, help the industry grow.
Right. They're pushing for like clear rules about how to classify tokens, how to regulate stablecoins, and they even want a bill of rights for crypto users, which would protect their right to like hold their own crypto and have access to financial services.
They know regulation is going to happen, and they're trying to work with regulators to create a system that protects consumers, but also lets the industry innovate and grow.
It's a tough balance to strike, but they're approaching it in a really smart and mature way, which is like rare in the crypto world.
Yeah, and they're putting their money where their mouth is. They've donated a lot to pro-crypto super PACs, and they're encouraging their huge user base to push for crypto-friendly policies.
They're not just sitting around waiting for things to happen. They're actively shaping the debate and trying to get policies passed that they think will benefit everyone in the crypto space.
Okay, let's switch gears for a second, talk about some of the trends Coinbase is seeing among its users. It's pretty fascinating to see how the crypto market is changing, with new people coming in and existing users trying out new products and services.
One trend they've noticed is the rise of the what they call the resurrected user. These are people who maybe tried crypto a while back but got scared off when the market crashed and just like disappeared. Now that prices are up again, they're coming back, ready to get back in the game.
It's like they're saying, okay, maybe crypto is here to stay after all, and Coinbase is ready to welcome them back with open arms. And the experience is like way better than it used to be, way more user-friendly.
Exactly. And with all the new products and services they've launched, these resurrected users have a ton of stuff to explore. It's like a whole new world for them.
They're also seeing a lot of growth in their Coinbase, One premium membership, especially in other countries.
Yeah, that means people are more and more willing to pay for a better crypto experience. They want the convenience, the security, and, just the peace of mind that comes with a platform they can trust.
All right, so let's talk competition. The crypto world is constantly changing, with new companies popping up and old ones trying new things. How's Coinbase dealing with all this competition?
They don't seem scared of it at all. Actually, they kind of welcome it. They think a strong crypto ecosystem is good for everyone, and they're sure they can stand out.
Yeah, they're focusing on what they do best, which is providing a safe, regulated, and easy-to-use platform for all things crypto.
They've also got that brand recognition, They were the first ones in the game, and they really understand crypto. That helps them stand out from the crowd.
They're not trying to be everything to everyone. They're sticking to what they're good at and building a solid foundation for the future.
And their commitment to, like, following the rules and keeping things secure is a big deal, especially after all the scandals and hacks we've seen in crypto. People want platforms they can trust.
Right, and let's not forget about innovation. They're constantly looking at new technologies, developing new products, and expanding into new markets.
Their new base thing, their layer 2 scaling solution, that's a perfect example. They're not just waiting for others to innovate, they're doing it themselves.
And they're not afraid to, buy other companies to add to what they offer and reach more people. They just bought a big decentralized exchange, which makes them even stronger in the DeFi space.
They're definitely in it for the long haul. They're building a diverse set of crypto assets and capabilities that'll set them up for success in the years to come.
Speaking of long-term growth, what about their international expansion? They've launched in a bunch of new markets recently, Asia, Africa, and they're building up their global infrastructure to keep up with this rapid growth.
And they're not just copying and pasting their U.S. model in these new places. They're adapting their approach to fit the local needs, tailoring their products and services to match local regulations and what people want.
Yeah, that smart approach is working, because Coinbase is seeing awesome growth in these new markets. It just goes to show that crypto is a global thing, and they're in a great position to benefit from that.
They're also investing in education and community building in these new markets. They get that crypto can be confusing for beginners, so they're trying to make it more accessible and easy to understand for everyone.
Okay, now let's talk about one of the most exciting and potentially game-changing parts of Coinbase's strategy, their move into crypto payments. They're betting on a future where stablecoins, like USDC, become the way we pay for everything, replacing regular old fiat currency.
That's a big bet, but the potential is huge. Stablecoins offer a faster, cheaper, and more efficient way to send money around the world, and they're already gaining traction in, developing countries.
Coinbase is making it easier to use USDC payments on their platform so people can easily send, receive, and spend stablecoins. They're also partnering with stores and businesses to accept USDC, which gives people a real-world reason to use this new technology.
They see a future where USDC becomes the digital dollar, seamlessly integrated into our lives. We'll use it for everything, online shopping, sending money to friends, you name it.
It's a world where you can send money to someone across the globe in seconds, without crazy fees or currency conversions.
And it's a world where you have more control over your own money without relying on banks or traditional financial institutions.
It's a vision that could totally revolutionize the global financial system, and Coinbase is leading the charge.
But they're not just focused on disrupting the financial system. They also see crypto as a way to do good in the world, empowering people and communities all over.
They're supporting projects that are using crypto to promote financial inclusion, give people access to education, and even fight climate change. They're showing that crypto can be a force for good, and they're inspiring others to join them.
Now, before we move on, gotta say it again, this is not financial advice. Crypto is volatile and unpredictable.
Right. Always do your own research and make smart decisions based on your own situation. But it's hard not to be excited about what crypto can do, and Coinbase is a company to keep an eye on.
They're building more than just a company. They're building a movement. And their vision for the future of finance is pretty inspiring.
Whether you're a crypto pro or just starting to explore this crazy world, Coinbase is a company to watch. They're breaking down barriers and paving the way for a more decentralized, equitable, and accessible financial system.
Okay, let's move on to the next part of the call. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of their financials and look at some potential risks and challenges they might face in the coming quarters.
Sounds good. Let's do it. All right, so let's take a closer look at their financials, shall we? Coinbase is saying they expect to keep growing in Q1 with their subscription and services revenue going up.
Yeah, they're counting on that stablecoin revenue to climb as they push USDC. And they're expecting more people to sign up for Coinbase One. Plus, this recent crypto rally is definitely helping things along.
Yeah, for sure. But it's not all smooth sailing, right?
Right. They're also expecting higher operating expenses in Q1, mostly because of increased marketing, those USDC rewards, and all the political stuff they're doing in Washington.
So they're spending money to grow, which makes sense if you think about their big plans.
Yeah.
And they've definitely got the cash to do it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's that classic growth strategy, spend big now to make even bigger bucks later. It's risky, but it looks like they're managing those risks pretty well.
Now, one thing people always ask about Coinbase is how much they depend on trading revenue. Even though they're branching out, trading is still a big part of their business. What happens if the market tanks?
That's a good question, and it's something they're thinking about. But they're taking steps to, protect themselves. First, they're diversifying their revenue with those subscription and services offerings we talked about.
Right.
Second, they're attracting more institutional investors. Those big guys tend to be a little more stable than regular folks. And third, they're building products that aren't as affected by market swings, like those crypto payment things.
So they're not putting all their eggs in one basket, spreading the risk, building a stronger business.
Exactly. Smart move.
Right.
Probably going to pay off in the long run.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to touch on something we mentioned earlier, Coinbase's role in shaping the future of finance. They're not just building a business, they're trying to start a movement.
Yeah, they really want to create a financial system that's more decentralized, fairer, and accessible to everyone. And they're using their position to push for that. They're talking to policymakers, educating users, and building the infrastructure for a crypto-powered future.
It's a bold mission, and it seems to be resonating with more and more people.
For sure. So whether you're already into crypto or just curious about it, Coinbase is a company worth watching. They're pushing the boundaries, changing the game, and making way for a new era of finance.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Coinbase's Q4 2024 earnings call. We covered a lot, from their awesome financials to their crazy ambitious plans.
It's been a fun conversation. Hopefully we've shed some light on Coinbase's strategy and, what's happening in the crypto world right now.
Got to say it one last time, though.
Yeah.
This ain't financial advice, folks. Do your own research, make your own choices, and invest responsibly.
Absolutely. Crypto is still young. It's full of opportunities and risks. Be careful, but don't be afraid to explore.
And with that, we're out of here. Thanks for joining us on Talk Tickers. We'll be back soon with another deep dive. See ya.